Welcome back, everybody, to the Manila Major 2016. No Diggity going up against Power Rangers, game number 2 of this 2-game series. With that last game, No Diggity have guaranteed themselves a place in the playoffs. If they can 2-0 this one out, they will actually guarantee themselves number 1 position. Mainly because Power Rangers and Team Empire were the only other teams that were nibbling up their heels to get into that number 1 position. And, yeah, so play for the win, and it seems we're going down a very similar road again.
Yeah.
The draft is almost identical, but we expected really nothing less.
I think whenever you run identical drafts, it comes down to the team that lost to make the most adjustments. Just because the team that won has an idea of how they want to mess with you. But the team that lost, if you're going to be confident in this opener, and this is a very strong opener from both sides. Doom plus Nature's Prophet is one of the better ones to lead with.
Yep.
Like, you can't shy away from that, but at the same time, if you're going to run that again, I just had hiccup. You're going to have to be a little bit more confident and run it with... I mean, they just seem really disconnected, I think is the best word. Because remember that gank mid you had mentioned, maybe if the Nature's Prophet
the Prophet coming in, like actually being involved in each other's lanes?
Yeah, because that was an Invis line, if I remember correctly. And
yes.
He immediately TPs in, then they get the Hex off, then they stun. That's an added 200 damage. It's probably enough to kill Qualifier. That was a kill. Then there were a few moments at bottom where, I was like, oh, they should hide here while the Alk is gone. Maybe even set up something with the Spectre on the other side of the map, but it never felt like that really got going. Like, the score for a second looked close, but that was like a 20-minute game. Let's be real.
Yeah. And you were still like playing against the ticking time bomb. Like, you don't kill off the Invoker, you don't delay his progression, you still have the Alchemist farming, like, all these things just seem to be adding up, and
there was just that lull. And they went for that move at bottom, but even then, I don't think either of us were a fan of it. When they went for the Haunt at bot, and then they TP'd, but at that point, the Venom and
it seemed like an afterthought, too, because, like, the Haunt came after they were already retreating.
Yeah.
And there was no way to catch up and grab them. Like, if it was a Prophet TPing in front to Sprout, like, then maybe it was something, but... it kind of felt like PR never really got a reward for the rotations, or they came a little too late, or just things didn't work. But it also felt like No Diggity read it, like the movement from Yapsaw and Synderen. When they were sitting in the trees, they were waiting for the Doombringer to make that play on mid, which, like, as well, like, what was the probability of that working?
For the Doom, it was kind of low, but maybe they thought they could TP in another hero and they could get a kill, but regardless, No Diggity set that up very well, and that was a clean-cut game. And, after watching them play here, I'm not surprised that they're at the top of their group.
Yep.
I don't think they haven't lost a game, right?
Correct. They are undefeated through 5 of their games so far.
Yeah, and they look good doing it.
They still have a challenge coming up. I believe they're going up against, I think Empire is their last game. No, that's PR who's going up against Empire. Diggity have to play up against Kai P. Kai P is their last opponent, who haven't really been having the greatest run so far.
Yeah. Kai P looked like it looked like they started really well though. I remember they got the first kill on the what was it? Or they got the first win over Empire. Then they kind of just slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, they got a draw against they got a draw up against Empire, but they did take game 1 against Empire. That was when Bambo, I think, was going ham on his clockwork in that game.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up. Nope, wasn't that game at all.
That was his Night Stalker, man.
It was.
Okay.
And the mid sing Veno.
Who's still alive in this? Like,
who's still alive as far as the groups go?
Yeah, who's still strong?
Basically, No Diggity, Power Rangers, and Empire. Empire, who I think they just managed to get themselves a win in their first game against Polarity. Basically knocks Polarity out, because they now have 5 losses to their name.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help them at all. And if Kai P lose another game, then they're 100% out. But No Diggity, 100% number 1 position. They're 5-0, and PR are 3-2 at the moment.
Okay, so no matter what, No Diggity are cool.
Correct. They can do whatever the hell they want. They are through into the playoffs. The question is if they take number 1 position, number 2 position. Because that's where you start like looking to see who's going to come out of Group B and in what position. Like AF, they had themselves a really good day yesterday. They only had 1 game, but
so No Diggity, if they win this game though, they're 100% first.
Yes.
Yeah. Because PR is second.
Yeah. Because
no matter what, PR would have more losses.
PR would have to 2-0 Empire, and take this game in order to contest No Diggity for first.
Wait, aren't No Diggity only... Oh, never mind.
It would depend on the results that come out of the second series of No Diggity. Because there's the possibility that PR could tie with No Diggity. But if they win this, then they give 3 losses to Power Rangers, and they just can't repair that damage. So that's the reason why.
Play for the win here.
That's the phrase, right?
Yeah, play to win, not to not lose.
God, Clinks is. I keep seeing this hero with unbelievably ridiculous damage and like fearful supports.
It's very strong against heroes like Doom and the Nature's Prophet. Doom has no armor whatsoever. Nature's Prophet can't really run away from this guy. They buffed a lot of the items too that lead up to it, like the Bloodthorn.
The only thing No Diggity doesn't have though is the catch. Like you got Faceless Void and then Clinks' Invis, so potentially you can set up, but it's not as simple as like a Spectral Haunt
Yeah.
to jump on. And well, it's at least nice to see Orias going in for what he feels most comfortable with. But
If you're gonna win or lose a game, right? Hang it on that hero.
question is though, who does Qualifier play up against him? Like this could again be like Yapsor's Venomancer.
10 seconds remaining.
I think Magnus almost always trades decently against no matter what hero that he's gonna lane against. It's sort of just the nature of the hero to play even, or at least somewhat even, against most of the heroes in this mid pool.
And No Diggity still have a fair amount of options for their mid. If they ban out the Queen of the Pain and the Puck themselves, trying to focus on Orias's jump heroes, and now I'm wondering if they feel a little bit limited as well in Qualifier. Then again, there's Invoker still in the pool. They actually still have Lone Druid as well. That's one hero which No Diggity they played a hell of a lot of when they first formed as a team. They love this draft, which could just like easily farm and then go into a mass push.
Yeah.
Radiant team back.
Who even wins out in that one really? Like Lone Druid versus a Magnus.
I think Lone Druid does okay, but Mag, again, you trade farm. It's kind of like Zeus, right? Where Zeus just spams Arc Lightning. Magnus just Shockwave, Shockwave, Shockwave. Then get your ulti and try to make rotations. There aren't a lot of matchups that Magnus just gets absolutely whomped in. Maybe like Razor is a really bad one, or Queen of Pain or something like that. Invoker's not great against him too, just because Invoker's so hard to kill because he's got 1000 HP and he sits back and farms the Forge Spirits. But enough about that guy.
Yeah, he's out. Alright, so PR's final hero as well. So more than likely we got the Cheshire Cat off lane, so we're looking for a safe laner for Power Rangers.
5 seconds.
Someone that's actually able to deal with the Faceless Void off lane.
Yeah.
And keep up with the damage of the Clinks.
Reserve time.
Bane plus Tiny? No.
Could you just look at like a melee here, like that gets the big buff up from Empower?
Maybe. Oh yeah, you're right.
Like
Sven?
Sven.
No.
Wait, can you do an anti-mage? Okay,
Spec,
you just got
I
a spec.
guess.
Okay.
I feel like you're not taking as much advantage of the Empower as you could with that hero though. Because they already banned Ember, and Ember Maga's, in my opinion, one of the stronger ones. Obviously, they have Void though on the side of No Diggity, so it's different.
And hello, Enigma. So it's actually a Qualifier Venomancer going mid up against the Magnus,
That is gonna suck for Mag.
and a Yapsor Enigma.
What's gonna need to happen is they have to abuse this mid lane. I'd really like to see more early rotations from both Nature's Prophet and the Doom, because as soon as the Venomancer hits a certain level, what are you supposed to do against the wards?
You should be able to initiate though, right? Like, all you got to do is get the Bane in close enough to get a Nightmare on the Venomancer. Arise moves in for a skewer back, and Prophet TP's over. Should be able to hold him on the Radiant side of the river for a while to do some damage.
Yeah.
So they have potential there.
I think the problem though is that against heroes like Veno, which have high,
10 seconds.
they're naturally just going to build tanky on heroes like Venomancer, and also when you get slowed by the Gale and all that, and you maybe pop your ultimate, then things become really dangerous.
Well, let's get into our game. Game number 2. As each team does the early offlane TP out to ward.
For battle.
A little bit later on that counter TP from J4. It's actually the
Rise.
first... No?
He just all chats Ebola.
Why? Oh.
How can I wish you good luck? Have fun. He's 100% kidding, by the way.
Yeah.
And Cinderen's now spamming GL.
This is the first time I've actually seen Diggity place this ward on the offlane. This one here. Like it blocks up the camp, but normally they go for either the ward there or actually a little bit further over to watch the movements.
I think this one's just really safe, and it's hard to deward. It's not the first place that you naturally look for.
Just means KZU's got to play a little bit more blind on that offlane. But do you even really care? Like, you're a faceless void that can just time walk away.
Bane is pretty good though because his right click is fine, and obviously you can always trade hits with brain sap, so it's hard to get an advantage.
Right, no Diggity, you're going to lose both runes again.
Oh, you know what the win percentage? I think Nahus told me it was like 60% if you get both the runes. On one side.
Maybe no Diggity just trying to screw with the win percentage by just abandoning both.
I mean, they whomped on last game, but this game, giving it up, their team is just not very good at contesting it. Like, you've got a mid Veno, a faceless void that can't really come, Clinks, Enigma especially does nothing.
How to be Dick, Part 1. Put down Sentry Ward to block camp. Walk up and D-Ward Observer Ward, Part 2.
I don't think he saw it in time, unfortunately.
I don't think the range is there, though. Like, the limited range.
Yeah. There's no way that they see that ward.
Wow. Looks like the D-Ward of K2 also is going to be off target. Some more defensive side lane ward from Power Rangers.
Yeah, people have been placing it in really weird positions just for this reason. Haven't used any of the mana though, and they've already forced the Void back. So much better hero in this Bane to trade hits, especially if you're going to pick the Spectre again. They're going to Sentry, and he's actually within vision, but doesn't see it. That is unfortunate.
Well, with that position, like you got to walk to like here, like to the side of the stairway to actually see it.
I think he just has to eat the tree, but this is going to hurt a lot. That's actually making a huge difference in the lane. Kezu's going to get his free level 2 as a result of this. This is pretty bad for PR, because more importantly than that too, you're not getting XP on your Bane that you should. That's free.
What do you think about it when, because I keep seeing Cinderin doing this, where he skips going for the Magic Missile to always have Wave of Terror.
Yeah.
Almost to a point to where he actually skips Wave of Magic Missile until level 4.
That cannot be a thing. I refuse to believe that one.
He did that in 3 games straight, I think during the ESL qualifiers or something.
You just a Wave of Terror Vengeance Aura?
Yeah.
That
It was 1 point up in Aura and 2 points up in Wave.
you have to. I don't believe that. I'm
I will track you down the replay.
okay.
I will track you down the replay for it. But in this game, at least he's going normal. He's got the Magic Missile.
The Wave of Terror is just good at level 1 because it's much better to trade with, because of the negative armor. Like, what are you gonna do with that stun early on? It doesn't do anything to trade hits, because you don't want to trade your Magic Missile into how much damage is it? 100. Your right click damage isn't very high on top of that. Plus, the Clinks can just naturally harass.
Someone's got to help Yapsor get Big Num out of his jungle. He's just leeching levels right now, while still devouring creeps whenever he wants to.
It's really hard to zone that Doom out of that jungle area. He can just really, repeatedly just hit that area up whenever he wants.
His bottom lane just looks absolutely hilarious. The fact that KZU is really just brawling 2-on-1. He went for extra points up in time lock as well.
Oh, mid. He's going to skewer him back, but now Arise is going to eat the poison. Somebody's got to eat the poison.
That's not a healthy Doombringer.
Yeah. People are not happy about playing against this hero firmly for this reason, just because it's so hard to get aggressive with it.
I'm actually waiting to see where the first blood's happening. I'm actually a little bit nervous I'm going to miss my first blood of the game. Because KZU's up in the face of J4 as well as Goddamn. So anything could happen there. Arise, you never know when he's going to skewer, but this top lane, like, Hero's going to hit his level 4 soon, and then he's going to finally have his point up in Strafe. Because right now he's a 0-2-1 build. But once the Strafe is up with Wave of Terror as well as Magic Missile, they got some really good kill potential on the top.
Yeah. I think it'll be bottom again. I think the first rotation of the game maybe happens bot. I don't know how easy it is for top. The only person I think that they could feasibly kill there is Cinderin, maybe. Even then, Venge's good stats. 600 HP already. 660 to be exact closer to 700 anyways. But maybe again, the rotation at bottom, your Faceless Void is getting a good amount of levels. The Bane does die, so it is bottom, kind of.
It's not first blood though. It's only a neutral creep though.
In a roundabout way it is. Like that neutral creep's happy with what he did. Like the neutral creeps are just, you know, they're meant to disrupt the game. Score 1 for the Newts.
Dire's bottom tower
Need to have those old classic games where you have more neutral kills than actual kills from teams.
Yeah. Those neutral creeps, you know, they need that money. It's gonna stimulate their economy.
It's kind of imagine a creep as like an investment banker right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I think about it. I have a weird brain though. At bottom,
Okay.
Kazu gets gone on. Reset.
He just jumps back. It's this movement from Big Num too. He's finding the perfect timing to get away from Yapzor. And then Cinderin rotates over, and there's just like, wait, where the hell is this Doombringer? And he's back up on top lane, so he's going to harass Era Prophet. Okay, here they come with a TP up. Era, he goes invis. Did anyone bring detection? Yes, they did, but Nature's Prophet isn't 100% certain Era's still in range.
Yeah, you don't want to waste that dust. That is an investment in itself. You want to make sure that it pays off. Plus, if he runs to the right, then you're not going to catch him anyways. And this passive
Here it
laning
is.
phase. Okay.
You called it. Even though like we
Oh,
could
what
say
a
so.
surprise! The exact same thing happened bottom
Yep.
in the last game, and your Void is level 6. What this means is I need you, Spectre, to get out of the bottom lane because you have to know that this is happening.
But he's farming at the back. Here comes the Chronosphere. Wave of Terror. They're waiting out a little bit longer with the Malefice. This kill's not as quick because they don't have the Sunstrike, obviously. But First Blood goes the way of no Diggity.
First blood once again.
They might be able to get a revenge, though. Oh, Qualifier gets up the hill. They put down the Observer Ward, so he's able to see Qualifier up the hill, do the Nightmare. Doom will rotate over with the clamp. Can the support get here in time? They RP to ensure there's kill over on Qualifier, too.
Yep.
But you lose the Venomancer, but in return, because this push is different to the previous one, I mean, the gank at the bottom is different to the previous one, you got an Enigma. You take the tier 1 tower directly after you take the kill on bot lane.
Still a really good trade from Dig, or from PR, because the last time when Dig did that, they didn't lose any cores off of that movement, but PR did the right move right there. They immediately went for a kill of their own. That's actually part of the reason why the Spectre decided he was going to be okay there, because nobody was showing, or everybody was showing on the map still. And that's one of the biggest tip-off signs from a smoke gank. If everybody just randomly goes missing and none of the cores are showing, then you know they just don't want to go for that trade. And at top, they're
They
setting
have
up
to
for
wait.
this. They have Dust.
Yeah,
Here
they're
we
going to be in
go.
range. They're going to see him. With the Infernal Blade hit, TP support. Looks like Era's pinging for it, but nothing is coming. And with the Orb of Venom and the last attack from the Prophet, they will find the kill. So that's 2 cores down
Very
in
well
favor
done.
of PR.
Yeah, this time around, it looks like Dig is being a little bit more sloppy about hiding their heroes at the same time. Because whenever you go for this play, especially with the TP down commitment from Dig, then you've already shown your hand. They already know that there's going to be no response to that top move. The only way that there's a response is if Dig has some godly game sense and they immediately start running top. That is a pretty fast hand of Midas.
Yeah. It's the fact he gets it before, because he doesn't buy boots.
I'm a fan of it.
He's got PMS, as
It's
well as
okay.
just the Quelling Blade, and that's all.
This Magnus is Blink, by the way. Very good.
Already. Nice. Well, he is the top CS, which probably should switch us over to net worth. 3,300 for him. You still got a lot over on Qualifier, but most of that went into the earlier items like the Aquila, the bottle, the wand.
Yeah, that big Blink Dagger pickup. You can pressure so hard with this item early on, just skewer people in. Makes it very hard to survive against that. And there are plenty of heroes that they can do that to at Dig. Arise, very scary mag player.
No, Diggity is still like moving back and just like continuously farming. Like you've managed to kill off 2 kills for PR. That's great. Tower wise, it's an even trade, but you're sitting on 0 gold. Maybe I should be expecting a little bit more because you are running a jungler for no Diggity.
Okay, so this mag smokes up, immediately goes to the play. I do like this. He even has a clarity just because he knows he's going to run into mana issues without that arcane boots that people typically go for, or even the treads. But maybe mid is going to be the target. They can blow him up really quickly with a spec con too into it.
Qualifier looks like he already knows it's coming.
This is smart.
Mag's missing. Cheshire's farming up mid. The questions are, he's so far back as well.
Yeah, he's got a haste rune too, but it's a deceptive rune. Because normally when you get that rune, you think I'm invincible. But in a situation like this, very easy to burst him down.
Casey's getting so much space on bottom lane while all this is going on. Like this kind of is like giving me that feeling of the same rotations that came out from PR before. Like in this game, they've got a lot better trades early on, but they're just not finding anything on the map right now. No Diggity, like they seem to like understand what's coming at them.
Yeah, they're allowing their Void, a hero who's naturally tanky just because of Time Walk, to kind of frontline for them and be the hero that's mainly going to show up on the map.
Hey, didn't we just leave this storyline?
Oh.
Synderen breaks a 4-man smoke. They actually commit RP to kill off this VS as well.
Goodbye, Zinderman.
But last time PR were able to take out that mid-tier 1 tower, Qualifier still actually has his level 4 play clause to hold him at bay.
This game feels like some sort of weird deja vu scenario where subtle differences are changed.
Mm-hmm.
But
An alternate reality.
yeah, this
Something
mid
to go
tower
for.
not going down though is great. Just getting a vengeful spear kill on a hero that doesn't have a lot of levels or farm doesn't impact too much. All it really does is keep the venge poor. Good news for PR though is this Clinks does not have a lot of farm or levels.
He's pretty low. But the Enigma's still pulling out a hell of a lot more. And, like, Keizu's level 9 on a Faceless Void.
Yeah,
he is the top net worth on the field. Your offlaner is the top net worth on the field.
Yeah,
He's got more farm than a Spectre.
he's balled out of control this game for sure.
So it almost pushes Clinks into the 3rd position role, but does that even really matter? Clink still has huge amounts of damage because of Searing Arrows. Oh, hello, lag.
Part of the issue is that you can't kill him unless you commit a major ultimate. Like, you have to use the Doom, or the Bane Grip, or the RP just to kill him, and they don't have that instant burst damage. Really, it really just comes down to basic nukes.
Radiant's bottom tower.
At least Goddamn's getting more space up on top.
Oh, the double Midas play from Dig.
Right, who got the second?
Quakefa's heading for it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Push that Venomancer up a little bit more, and hello, Roshan.
Okay, this is very early, but they don't have the medallions, so might take them longer than they anticipate. There's the negative armor, though, from the Vengeful Spirit, and that's level 3. But you would really like a medallion right now.
Radiant's middle
This is just
attack.
risky. But it does not seem like PR... Well, they should know this is happening.
This is still a little bit more old school, though, right? Like, you use conversions all the time to do Roshan. Like, Enigma's used to, like, early solo Roshan. Took
Yeah.
them forever, but most of the time they were slipped off the map anyway, and people wouldn't realize.
Okay, that's an early Roshan completed by Dig. Very well done by them. PR opt to not defend it, even though they did have vision of that with that ward over there. But just gonna kind of reset things. Allow the game to become a little bit more passive. They still have a Spectre in a really good position, so not too concerned.
In this game, too, like with the Spectre, is Radiance the play, or do you actually want to go for more, like, early combat style items for him?
Still think the Manta's a little bit better here. If anybody's gonna go combat, it's gonna be the Clinks. Still does not have that much gold though. Behind even the Magnus at this point, who's just been farming during this time period.
It's not that much difference, though. It's like separating all the top heroes. You're looking at like a maximum 1,500 between them.
Yeah. Supports are all kind of getting a little bit down though.
Yeah, Bane J4 has absolutely nothing. He's now only going to hit 1k thanks to basic income.
Nice.
This group up in mid. I'm surprised the Absol's committing so much time, but at the same time, look at what Prof is doing, checking out every single part. And the circle's just been drawn as well by Synderen. I don't know if he's like, I think they see everything here.
Not a whole lot that can happen at this period of time.
Yeah.
Game just... PR don't want to fight into them even though they have RP plus Spectre ulti because of that Aegis. And because of the vision game that advantage that Clinks gives you, but at the same time Dig are happy to farm because they have 2 Midases.
They're running 2 minuses. Looks like KZ is also preparing for earlier fighting. He's going for the Vlad's build over on the Void.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Synderen goes for his patented build as well. Treads, Bracer into Ags.
Is that a thing?
That's his thing.
Okay.
That's his thing.
No medallion or anything? I guess you're...
no medallion. He goes directly in for the Ags.
Alright. I thought the Clinks would get it, but he's opting not to. Just pretty curious.
He's actually going straight Deso. Surprised he doesn't pick up the baby Deso part though.
Ah, the Blightstone?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I thought somebody would get it at this point on Dig. It's still worth it, but they're going to smoke up. They want to make use of this Aegis if they can.
The line's being drawn to loop in behind mid. They do have high ground ward on the Radiant side, so they have that little bit of extra information.
Oh, if they could get Era.
Oh, they find a Rise. Yep, there's the first attack, so at least puts his Blink Dagger on cooldown. The swap over, trying to keep him as far away from the rest of the PR support as possible. And look at him move out. They understand he's still got the RP available. So they just use their range damage to finish the job. Now Keizu, Chronosphere over on Bignum. He has 4 points up in Scorched Earth, but Era on the edge of the Chronosphere pumps out so much damage that Doombringer will go down. Keizu is the man to take the kill. So they take out the tower, and they can just keep going.
Good amount of gold, and killing the Mag was the best part of that, just because he's the counter-initiating / initiating hero for PR. He's the one that's going to set up the fights, but this tower's going to go down pretty quickly with everything that they have.
You know, I said in the draft, like, looking at something like a Lone Druid to play mid, where Diggity love these lineups where they just take a fight and then instantly push. That's exactly what they just did, except they did it with the on the back of the Clinks.
Yeah. Something that I think Diggity understand is where you take fights is just as important as taking fights. But PR are still in an okay position. Their Nature's Prophet is in a much better situation than he was in the previous game, and the Spectre's still okay. It's just you have to eventually set the tempo of the game, and that's why Magnus is going to smoke up by himself. Don't know if this is the play. Feel like he needs bare minimum the Bane to do anything, but maybe he feels like he has to make this move.
A Rise rides alone.
Don't think he should, though.
Keizu is the only one that's really near him, but they have no vision. They don't see anything. These Nature's Prophet treants almost have to start their scouting. They got one Observer Ward down, but it's a defensive one around the Radiant Ancients. Where's that Dive Ward as well? Diggity always seem to be so good. Like you said, like it's not about like it's all about where you take the fights as well as taking the fight. They always seem to like directly after you take a tower and you achieve the evasion, and then move to the next target.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of playing objective-based Dota. They're waiting for all of these items to come in. Gonna go for the Venomancer Veil before he goes for the Ags. I think that's the correct decision, and you know the Void especially is just getting so much right now.
Prophet's actually going to go for a minus with all of his farm.
Might as well with how this game's going. Think about the way that this game looked even 5 minutes ago when the Magnus had picked up his Blink Dagger. Now he's only got 1,000 gold to go on top of that. Because the game has just become slower. And PR don't want to force anything. That's the easiest way to lose this game, is just to overreact to the situation and force things. So I'm actually sort of okay with his Midas decision.
But to go over, like, because No Diggity do have, like, one of the other weaknesses, their split push is quite bad. Like, their movement across the map, like, Era obviously is, like, freaking Speedy Gonzalez moving from lane to lane. So he'll eventually catch up to the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. The Nature's Prophet, though, is just cliff jungling. He doesn't want to make sure that he's in a position where he's going to die, but they're just kind of getting steadily outgreeded, mainly, because of those double Midas setups and the fact that everybody's farming on the map right now.
Actually, look at the advantage of No Diggity. It's like 18 minutes in, we've had 6 kills, but they have an advantage of about 6,000 net worth and just shy of 4k on the experience point.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now they get to take the easiest tower on the Radiant side of the field. That tier 2.
It's very hard for PR to fight into this anyways. And
Oh,
I don't think they
Era.
have any interest in it.
He's got a double damage rune. Runs into the mid. I don't even have to chrono for this one. J4 is almost a 2-hit kill. Now the Spectral Haunt will come in, but who do you really go on? And who is Spectre going on? He's on bottom lane.
Oh no.
He jumps over, but he's in real trouble. Qualifier was there with Yapsaw. They got the Malefistuns off, and he was unable to escape. Cheshire Cat's trying to backdoor the tier 1 as quick as he can. Yapsaw just instantly into the black hole, pulling Cheshire Cat out of his... He doesn't even have his TP now. And Keizu will come over, an extra couple of time locks, and Era actually kill secures with that one last attack.
on top of that, to rub salt in the wounds, they denied the tower. So everything that could have gone rough for them there does not go right for them. Now you've got... everybody just picks up so much farm right there. Now you've got a good amount on Era. The Roshan's going to come up soon again. The Guardian Greaves are completed on this Enigma to go along with it. So pretty good counters to a lot of the things that PR can throw at them. Most importantly, you just get map control again. That was good use of their spells. PR, they still have not been able to use either their RP or their Spectre Haunt effectively. It's never a good sign when you're almost exclusively using the Spectre Haunt to get away. I think in these 2 games combined, they've been able to set up 1 kill with it.
What do you think about this, the Manta builds over on the Voids? Because it looks like we're going to get ourselves another one of these. Keizu's actually bypassing the Vlads, which I thought he might get just because he's got the Ring of Health.
I think it's just a carry variation more than anything. This allows them to scale.
Do you think it's more exclusive to the offlaners they should build it as opposed to like the safe lane Voids?
In the safe lane Voids, I was talking to, I think, Waga about this, and I do think his build is pretty good, but I think in this situation, going for the Manta, it causes chaos. It's really hard to lock this hero down, makes him naturally tanky, and it ups his damage for free. They do know that Cheshire Cat's up there, I think. Their ward's going to go down soon. They are going to get scanned. They know there's a bunch of heroes setting up for this top tier 1 tower. So it should just go down for free. PR have absolutely no intention of defending that. If anything, their next move is maybe to contest Roshan.
Oh, he's up in a moment. Roshan's only 10 seconds away. Klink's just picked up his own Blink Dagger as well from the top shop. The Radiant Observer was down for PR, so if No Diggity do fight on this bottom lane, PR will have the better vision advantage. Makes me almost think back to that last game. Do you take Roshan or do you take the tier 2 tower up on the top?
I think going to defend this bottom one is what they're going to do again, but...
Well, they do have Chrono.
Yeah, this time around I think it's better for them to defend. In the previous one, their vision game wasn't great, but in this one they're comfortably far ahead enough, and at top they're just going to go for it.
Okay. Well, goddamn, that RP though from Arise! Goddamn's got time to attack the skewer back, but the Nova will still be able to kick off. Era's down, so they're losing out all their damage, and now it is going to be No Diggity. They split up their team, having both Yapsor and Keizu go to the bottom lane, and PR pounce.
What an RP.
Wait,
Arise.
does he? No, he's alive. He's alive. That Nova doesn't do enough
He
yet.
waited so long to get for that one moment, that one opportunity.
But that's why Arise plays Mag.
Yeah, he seized it.
Turns games around with big ultimates.
That was huge by them. They picked up 2 cores and the support. Dig thought they were too smart for their own good. They decided to go for that play. Thought, oh, let's double dip. Maybe PR will reset this, but Arise was perfectly in position. I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen.
Didn't realize too that Bane got 2 of those kills, hence he got 1100 gold. Are they bringing in more help? Cheshire Cat's in a very odd position. He's going to kill the courier. Oh boy, that actually had a lot of money on it. That had the rest of the Vladimir's offering as well as the headdress. Cheshire Cat, they're going to commit Black Hole to kill him off. And Yapsor as a boss full channels.
You got a full channel, man. Sends a message.
Well, No Diggity can still slip in and now take Roshan. But you're missing the Vlads and you're missing like the headdress.
I think it's not the worst thing in the world.
Just
Even
gets delayed for 3 minutes.
Yeah. Cinderin's patented bracer is on there too, man. Don't forget that. But Roshan is obviously the much bigger objective. Everybody getting Midases now. By the way, on this side of PR, they're anticipating a longer game than this. The Doom picks up one. The Nature's Prophet picks up one. The Bane even feels a little bit left out and picks up one of his own. Even though he has a Tome of Knowledge in stock. You might as well buy those if XP is what your goal is.
Yeah, what is that goal? Like, to get a hand of Midas? Like, I prefer not to go back 3 years into the Midas gaming era of Dota 2.
Gotta go late game.
That's it. Like, I just need, like, crap tons of money, big items. One day I'll buy myself an Aghanim Scepter.
Yep. Precisely.
Actually, is that even the play? Like, Blink may even be better around the Chronos.
Nah, Blink is 4-staff Glimmer. Glimmer especially against that lineup. Surprised they don't have any Glimmer.
Well, Doombringer, he's got himself his own Blink. Waiting on top lane for I don't know what profit to TP in. Mag to rotate halfway across the map. Arise actually got his initiating item through the Shadow Blade. Then still with an extra 1900 gold on him.
He had that in the previous fight.
He did.
He's just like waiting for it. Maybe he goes through the travels after. I do like the Shadow Blade. I think it is a cool item in a game like this. It almost allows you to always get some sort of initiation off, provided the Clinks isn't behind you. But they don't have gem or any sort of detection even with that. Oh, they do pick up the gem actually on the Venomancer.
Top lane. There's your Doom. Spectral Haunt. And Yapsaw, well, he'll end up dying. Qualifiers going to throw the ulti out. But goddamn it, Big Num, they straight TP home. So all of that Nova damage is not going to achieve anything.
Yeah. Big cooldown wasted too. They're going to get the Aghanim Scepter soon on the Venomancer, and I think they do want to waste the Aegis before they make any sort of other play.
I think Goddamn might be a little bit annoyed that he didn't get the last hit in that fight. Oh, Cheshire Cat. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know he's visible. Era's going to blink up just so nothing's going to miss. He gets pushed down by the Sprout.
Mischance?
Cheshire Cat. No, there's not enough of the mischances.
There was a decent amount though. That looks scary.
But Observer and Sentry does his job. So Nature's Prophet goes down. There is the trade-off. And that doesn't really, like, you don't have to commit anything really when you do that, right? Like, because in that fight in the top lane, like, you commit Spectral Haunt, you commit Doom
No.
to kill off an Enigma.
You do show that you have the ward up there though.
Yeah. But at all the times, Zero is just like, oh, what's my worst ability I have to use? I have to use a 25-second cooldown strafe. Life is hard. Got another opening. Goddamn, he's out a long way. Observer and Sentry is going to scout out Kazu's movement, however. Finally, this courier is going to deliver all the items of value.
They're hunting the Spectre. They want to make sure that they try to set up for a kill on him at bottom.
Syndra is changing it up, man. He's not going for his normal build. He's going for the drums.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting actually. Maybe just cheap damage for his team.
Prophet. That's a very wise cancel of a TP. What are you looking for, Arise?
2,800 gold. Maybe a refresher, but I sort of think he needs mana too. Is this a smoke? Yep.
It can't be there though. Like no, they hit a D ward.
No.
Maybe now
We're
they
just
can smoke, but isn't this a little bit too obvious?
Crazy gathered up his 5.
Yeah. There's no smoke on the courier. Maybe it was miscommunication. Someone said they had smoke.
They have Radiance. They should smoke up. They should push out the lanes at bottom with Spectre and then smoke his 4.
So they're in the right position. They're just missing utility.
Yeah, they do have a smoke on in the shop too. Like, I do think the correct play is to go for the smoke here. Their team is pretty strong. Maybe they're just afraid of fighting into the Void plus everything, but at some point you have to take a fight. You just can't avoid taking fights the entire game.
Also, Diggity will just have to chip away at your out of base. No Diggity still had that mid tier 1 tower up as well. Like, I can't believe that survived this long. And that tier 2 tower is almost dead anyway for PR, so once the creep wave reaches it, it's gonna be what, 4 or 5 hours from Era, and that thing's dead.
Yeah. It's gonna be easy
Not
for
even
them.
that, it's 3.
Aegis is gonna fade though soon, I believe.
Maybe that's also what PR is waiting for and the reason why they don't go out and smoke.
Yeah. I just felt like there was an opportunity for them too, with a Spectre ulti.
Oh, they got 20 seconds to wait and then Aegis is gone.
Yeah. That's gonna prompt Dig to reset the fight. Look for something else. 4 minutes to the next one. Not too long of a respawn at all.
Actually nice and short.
Oh, they're gonna immediately smoke. This is a play that I don't think PR will anticipate, especially with the Aegis fading like that. They probably think, oh, the game has been reset. They're gonna slow down, refarm a little bit, wait.
That observer may also give PR a little bit more confidence than they should have. But do they find him? Look, it's almost like a sweeper wave. They're combing the Radiant jungle at the moment. Trying to find... yep, there it is. Hello, J4. Your Nightmare. He would love to TP out, but the Malphus continuous stuns make it impossible for him to do so. So he accepts his fate. But it did allow Big Num to TP away to safety. So You sacrifice him for a full smoke maneuver of no diggity.
Really wanted that Spectre. If you were Dig, you wanted to be able to grab that Spec to set things up. Can you check who scans, by the way? I saw both teams like scan simultaneously, but I wanted
No.
to know whose was what.
There is no spectator function for it. It can't be simultaneously before.
Darn. That sucks.
Because no diggity used theirs. Like the most recent one was PRs.
Oh.
No diggities was before.
Okay, I thought. Oh, it was the. Never mind.
But yeah, I have requested a way for observers to understand who is scanning. And maybe even something more than just a small little indication on a minimap.
Yeah. Oh, there's the MKB completed from Klinks to deal with the Spectre. Opting not to go for the BKB, which I think is the right idea. There's a lot of different abilities that already go through BKB. But that does mean he is very Aegis reliant as a hero.
It seems like no diggity every time. It's like, hey, let's move out. We try and find ourselves a kill, and then they spend the next 1 to 2 minutes trying to repair the lane pushes, which happened by the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat is playing this game exceedingly well. And PR just being really patient, because I think they... And maybe they're right, that they think they have the better late game here. Spectre is very dangerous in a game like this. They have a lot of different ways to control. RP is always going to be a game changer. So if you believe in that, then you play this slow and steady, no problem.
When do you actually think like Klinks drops off? Like if we start looking at the late game, like Klinks keeping up with Spectre, at least.
It's just the teamfight ability is so strong from Spec. They serve different functions. Like Klinks keeps all your cores in check, because it's an invis hero. You can't have sentries everywhere, so the Klinks just continuously invades random areas, makes it difficult for you to respond, and you can't split push against this hero. Whereas the Spectre is just a teamfight monster.
I suppose another thing which also pushes PR is like a more favored late game team is they're running a 4-position Doom.
Yeah.
And the Bane's no mug as well. Disable that goes through spell immunity. But there's also big team fights as well from no diggity. Like you got Black Hole as well as Chronosphere. Those things can just destroy PR's attack.
Yeah, no reason for Dig to get too aggressive here. They have to push out top and... Oh, at top though.
Mid, goddamn. 4 attacks, that's enough to kill him.
At top
How's that
too?
top going? It's, well, with the Chronosphere, Cheshire Cat. Oh, there's no escaping from that. Kesu, he's got like 4 time locks in the middle of that Chronosphere.
Yeah. That was a cool play too. Cheshire Cat tried to send the Sprout to a different area so that Kezu might get fooled, but was not fooled at all. At bottom, they want to go for this, but Arise is in position.
Arias knows he needs something big. Like, they got no Spectre for 30 seconds.
Arise is going to get spotted, actually.
That's the gem. That's the gem on the Venomancer.
Just 360s himself back up.
Kind of a pain in the butt as well when Arise tries to get close and Koifa plants in the aggressive Plague Ward to always focus Arise. Always make sure he can't just blink himself into the middle of no diggity.
This is without the Aegis too. They're going to smoke though so that the ward doesn't hit them.
If
Probably
they can
going
wait
to try to
5
blow up Era.
seconds. Oh, okay. Era pulled back. The Fiend's grip is up. Koifa's going to get doomed as well. So there's no VS for it, but the swap out. And in comes your boots from Yapsor into the black hole as well. God damn. He thought he'd reality into it. The black hole from Yapsor catches him perfectly. The racks will go down. Synderen's making sure of that. But they've lost 3 heroes for this cause. Maybe not fully worth it, but especially if they lose Koifa. Cheshire Cat's on the
That's a
hunt.
gem too.
Oh, the Sprout, it reveals him. They need more damage. The Wrath of Nature, the attack! It was an inch away from hitting Koifa.
Oh, that would have been so big. That was a gem too. That was a lot of net worth built onto that Venomancer. Third in the game. Might have just swung the fortune of PRs. They picked up a pretty penny there. They're going to get this mid tower, but the Venomancer would have been the true piece there. That kind of makes them the victors of that fight. But unfortunately, they lose their racks. The game stabilizes once again for Diggity. All they have to do is go for the Roshan and then go for another push. Diggity's doing it, man.
They are looking pretty good, man. They are looking pretty good. Faces Point is still our #1 on the field. And that's the funny thing. It's just like it would have been great if you had like Koifa's head mounted as a trophy, but it didn't happen for Power Rangers. And the 2 heroes that survived are your 2 top net worths for no diggity. Like, the Clinks die, sure, but you take out a melee rack, so you just keep pushing. It makes Prophet's life a lot harder. And it's the bottom lane out as well, so good luck getting a creep wave close enough that you feel comfortable enough that you could just slip into Roshan, which is what No Diggity is setting up for. And with a double damage rune sitting in the bottom river, this could be very quick.
Yeah.
Era, you got damage, bro.
They're just going to go for this again. Just give the Aegis this time like the Clinks. You're not going to make that same play onto the Clinks where you waste that much. They're going to do it so fast. They have a cheese there as well. They've got the Lincolns on Kezu, so he doesn't get doomed or slept or anything like that. Free initiations for him all the time. All the lanes are relatively pushed out, and this could just mean that No Diggity decide to go for another offensive.
What do you think about the Etherlens pickup over on the Magnus? Because I was thinking maybe you go for like a refresher op, so you have like the double RPs. But why do you think Arise is thinking about more Etherlens?
Cast range.
Just that?
Yeah, always
Okay.
the cast range. Look at that RP. That skewer is like my entire map. Oh, I accidentally hit dot.
Oh, what did you? Blitz. Forcing your way into everyone else's casts.
Dang. I suck.
Shout out to Shade Imperium, by the way. If you're not tuning into their stream, you should also have a bit of a peek. Cheshire Cap. Well,
Oh, goodbye, friend.
yeah.
Your life was not long for this world.
He thought he was okay after he sprouted, that maybe they couldn't cut through.
Yeah.
Because, hilariously enough, they don't have calling blades on them. Like, Keizu actually had to time walk himself inside the middle of the sprout to make that work.
They might just push in top now as a result of this. Yeah, they are... The lanes are pushed out. The Nature's Prophet is dead. You're never going to find a better time.
Yeah.
Because the only thing you're worried about is trading racks at this point. But with the Nature's Prophet down, they are making their way, building up a full head of steam.
Go towards the 6-0 if they can achieve it. Victory and the #1 position now in the group.
The dream. Don't sleep on No Diggity. They're going to push in mid at the same time. Bottom is being pushed up by the Spectre, but...
It's still the creep wave with the advantage. It's still the melee megas.
Yeah, Hera's just going to eat the creep, immediately make his way mid.
Well, let the damage begin. Even an Arcane Rune over on Qualifier. 42 second cooldown on Nova. There goes the tower. PR, they have to fight this. Like, they're smoked up. Arise is looking for an opportunity. Oh, the pause.
Oh.
That came out from Keizu, as looks like they're having a Discord issue.
Oh, this is unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. Because now you can plan around this, but Era immediately saying just go.
Oh, here we go. Unpaused. Spectral Haunts out. The Wrath of Nature's kicked through everyone. And then the jump. Koifa, he's the man caught, but the swap out. Now your black hole. Horizon Big Num caught inside of it. The Chronosphere as well will make sure Big Num stays exactly where he is. Clinks is the only one to die, but he's the man with the secondary life thanks to the Aegis, the Immortal. They'll blink out. They got what they wanted. The double buybacks out from PR and even Cheshire Cat. He jumped outside the base. Now J4 is a triple kill for Cinderin of all people. He'll actually have his Aghanim Scepter now thanks to all of that. With the Malphur Stun, they keep going. Era, that damage into Goddamn's going to be big until the Doom. It comes out, but Goddamn, he's still dying so early on. Era will be the casualty of war. After picking up a double kill, more buybacks. So 4 buybacks coming out from Power Rangers to defend their mid-racks. The racks is still down. The Clinks will buy back into this game. And looks like Cheshire Cat, he's outside the base. He's trying to keep the attention of No Diggity away from the top ranks, but No Diggity, they're stuck on objective-based gaming. The Nova out from Koifa, combining up with the Veil of Discord. Goddamn is forced all the way home if he wishes to survive.
Cheshire Cat goes down at the exact same time he's used the buyback. 2v5, no abilities left. Absolutely no way to hold this, and GG.
Solid play by Diggity. But Power Rangers definitely looked like they had a lot more in this game than they had in Game 1.
I still think there was a time period where they passived out and Dig outgreeted them really hard. It felt like they kind of understood that a little bit better, but Diggity's going to walk away with it. They're going to be 6-0. Now it does not matter statistically, right? They are guaranteed. First place is everybody has more than 2 losses. Yep. They did it.
They did. They are 6-0 in their group, and Power Rangers now, they'll leave them with a result of 3-3. And with Team Empire's game, I don't know, we were actually casting this one at the time, so if Team Empire were able to 2-0 out against Polarity, we will have a playoff for the second game. Oh, hi everyone, we're actually brought up on this one. So yeah, we'll actually have a playoff with PR versus Empire. That's actually their last series together, in the last game of the European Day today, which should be great fun. But we have another game coming up on this stream in a moment, so stay tuned for that one. We'll be back. Hi.